I've been really stressed out a lot lately. I need a big hug, but I'm sure everyone else out there can probably relate to that. I. Shit. So much having any sort of clear, concise video, I'm just like. I was at work feeling all stressed out, felt like I needed to talk, and now that I'm finally home, I'm able to just relax. Got some Mountain Dew here. I might drink some cold yoo-hoo or something later. But now it's just like, still want that hug though. Well, I imagine if I did actually have somebody in that way, I imagine it would probably annoy the hell out of them if I was, well, the way I am on here with them, talking to them about any random thing. Plus, I don't know, I imagine it would be kind of annoying, even if I did have somebody that actually liked me. I imagine it would be annoying, me wanting to hug them all the time. And it's like a wonderful teeter-totter that is my inner psyche. Let's bounce back and forth between being depressed to the point of practically almost being catatonic to super hyper affectionate puppy that wants lots of hugs and kisses to manic person who swears he does not have ADHD. I do not. I'm pretty sure I do not. But I just tend to talk about a lot of... I get into things. How about that? That's a more accurate way to describe everything. I get overly enthusiastic about topics at times. And sometimes I forget what the topic is, and I just sort of talk about random things as I'm just sort of scratching my foot. I'm sorry, it was nice to get my shoes and socks off. I do a standing manual labor job, and I went in early last night for overtime, and went in early the previous night, and be going back early in tonight. But hey, a little bit of overtime here and there isn't bad. Make some extra money on the paycheck. Granted, I've been a bit stressed out about work lately just because, as is no matter what, the job has a pretty high turnover rate. We have trouble keeping people because, well, it's not fun. I don't like my job. I feel miserable doing my job. But it pays my rent, and I'd be more miserable not having a place to live. Or, not being able to pay my bills or any of that stuff. Plus, I can use money from overtime to get video games and stuff and yell at random bullshit on my YouTube channel. I had hoped I'd have some sort of, like I said, clear, concise way to say stuff, but I'm just like, I don't know, I just sort of spaced out, and now I'm just rambling on, which, what can I say? That's the same any video. I had a plan. I was going to talk about, what the fuck was I gonna? Why is my memory this fucking bad? It's just like I was like, and like I said, here's the thing. It's not a bad job. It's just my knees and my back hurt. I'm exhausted. I'm stressed out. The productivity amounts that they want us to hit is just, I feel is unreasonable. I'm like, I'm working as fast as I can. I'm doing the best job I can. And it's, not exactly, it's like, Then again, that's the same with all the departments and places. It's like I don't know how they figure up the math for what they want us to do. Then again, there's like little things here and there. I mean, heck, they turned off the fans a couple months ago. Hopefully, they'll turn it back on soon. Because like I said, it could have been for a different reason, but we're pretty sure it was just to save money on electricity. But never really certain what the fuck's going on. Well, like I said, I'm at least grateful for my job. It pays the bills. It doesn't pay bad. I mean, I'm not rich. But, I mean, I at least have money so I can support my addiction to KFC. Because I'm a fat ass who can't seem to build any muscle. I should probably try to go back to gym. I haven't gone back since that whole emergency room thing like a week ago. Eventually I'm going to have to do that damn surgery. Then talk to that one doctor a bit here and there just about options with that stuff. And at least I want to try to research that stuff a little bit more. At least I don't think it should aggravate the hernias or the stricture if I were to keep going to the gym and try to bench press and stuff. Not that I do any... seriously, I do feel really fucking ashamed that I'm just doing sets... Like, I'm doing 8 reps of 135 pounds. I don't even remember what that is in kilos. But I feel like that's really pathetic. But I can't seem to get any stronger. Then again, part of me is like, I can't really push too hard on working out because my job, I'm constantly moving. So if I were to push too hard at the gym, I wouldn't be able to do my job. Like, heck, as is, I'm already moving as fast as I can. I'm doing everything the best I can. And it's just, they still want more, but it's not like I can really complain. I mean, it's everybody in the building. It's like all the departments, everybody's like, what they're being asked to do is like, granted, I understand they're trying to, hit profits and stuff, but it's exhausting. Like I said, I'm grateful for the job. It's just, I'm just tired. Tired from that, tired because I just don't sleep like I really should. But that's my own damn fault. Yeah. And like I said, if I did have a significant other at the moment, I don't know if I would even talk to them about any of this stuff. Because, I'd rather just enjoy the time with them, and I wouldn't want to annoy them with, trivialities like my feelings and shit. Then again, I'll say this. I've had depression and been really sad and had certain thoughts really for as long as I can remember, some of my earliest memories. And yet, I have not told a single relationship partner about being depressed or any of that stuff. It's not stuff I really wanted to talk about. Just sort of kept that to myself. I don't know if you can hear my thumb. My thumb's over here. My middle finger on the Mountain Dew bottle. I'm just really tired. That's the thing. I was like, oh. Then again, I was standing up, working, moving around, doing stuff, and work, and it would be nice if we could listen to a radio. But there's no music or nothing. But granted, I understand. But at the same time, it's just like, it's just, it'd be nice to listen to music, or at least do a job I enjoyed. But, like I said, it's not a bad job. Can't really complain. I've worked much worse. The electrostatic job was bullshit. I never should have put up with that at all. I should have walked out on that on day one. Then again, I tend to be a bit stubborn, I guess. I'll probably talk like how long I had to wait until after the surgery to be able to. Like I said, I'm going to still try to push that off as long as I can. It was just a little bit of a concern with the emergency room thing. Like oh, they might have to slice me open. Thankfully, didn't have to do that, but that was a concern. And I guess with hernias, the only thing I really shouldn't do is I shouldn't try to deadlift a giant amount of weight. Not that I was doing much before. Yeah. I should just delete this video just because I haven't said anything. I've just sort of rambled like 3 words as I've just sort of stared off into space, swinging my Mountain Dew bottle back and forth. Now I'm scratching my forehead. I don't know if you can hear that. I don't know. I know I've deleted a lot of videos. And of course YouTube's removed some for copyright issues, but that's fine. That's my own fault for using copyrighted stuff, but it's not like I gotta worry about monetization. I never plan to make a cent off this channel. Ever. Never have. Never will. Granted, I would be surprised if I ever actually do get any amount of subscribers. Like I have 232 at the moment. Pretty sure only 5 of those have ever actually been an actual person. Which, it was cool. Those guys stopped by. But I'm pretty sure most of it's just bots at YouTube trying to figure out like what the fuck's going on with my channel. And my answer to that is, I don't fucking know. I don't know. It's a Let's Play channel where I try to focus on comedy. But I also do random shitty karaoke videos. And just whatever. Like I said, I was hoping this would be like a short little video. I would just get to the point, be short and sweet. And it's a good thing I'm never going to make any money off this. Because if I did, the amount of pain my editor would be going through, having to listen to my videos to try to cut it up into something that sounds coherent. I mean, what kind of masochist would the person have to be in order to actually be the editor? Not that I ever would want a damn editor. I mean, I don't really care for editing and censorship. Heck, I've done a number of videos I've deleted, but I'll probably, I don't know. I really shouldn't even post this one just because I haven't said anything. I'm just, I don't know. I'm not saying anything of any interest. I don't know. I was feeling like it's like I need to be able to talk about things and stuff. I really should just delete this video. I mean, it's already 14.5 minutes. I haven't really said shit. This is why people write out a fucking script or some bullshit. I mean, I had a general idea of something I wanted to say. And then it's just, as soon as I try to start the damn thing, it just... I just sort of just zone out. Man, I don't really have to I mean, work, I gotta be paying attention doing stuff, but now I don't have to, so I can just sort of relax. The problem is that me just sort of chilling the fuck out doesn't really bode well for talking. Then again, I'm just really tired. I've been awake for some amount of time. Apparently I'm like, fuck math. I don't feel like trying to count and figure out how long I've been awake. I don't know. But yeah, I don't fucking know. I really don't know. I guess the main thing I was really wanting to try to say is that, I've been really agitated a lot lately. I mean, granted, there's a lot going on about my personal life with the whole concerns about the surgery thing, and then of course there's interpersonal stuff, stuff with people and stuff, and of course work's just been stressful. I mean, but then again, it's work. Work isn't exactly meant to be something you enjoy, but it'd be nice if it was. But it's just, I go do a job. It's something I would never do for free, but they pay me money, and as long as they pay me enough to keep me going, I keep going. Because, well, I mean, heck, initially I was able to buy this computer and stuff just because of all the overtime and stuff. Like I said, it doesn't pay bad. It's just a mix of, one, I'm emotionally unwell. I'm also physically unwell. I don't know which one outweighs the other, but apparently they don't cancel each other out. So I guess that's not how the math of biology versus psychology works. Like, math is like, if you have two negatives, they cancel out, become a positive. Apparently your mental illnesses and your physical injuries do not cancel each other out. They just sort of feed into each other. I remember going to a lot of fucking mosh pits when I was younger. I went to concerts. That was fun. But I don't think I'd be able to go into a mosh pit anymore. Like, it was fun when I was younger. Like, Disturbed concerts and Korn and stuff. And Deftones. But if I went to a concert right now, honestly, if I went right now, I'd be like, fuck standing, I'm just going to sit here. It's like, I don't care what you're playing. I'm not even going to stand up. And people are like, oh, you're really drunk? I'm like, I don't drink. But I'll have that root beer. Or some Red Bull. I'm going to drink this caffeinated energy drink. And sit here like a lazy sack of shit. I feel like I'm an old fucking bastard. It's like I bend over to pick things up and my back fucking hurts. I lean forward and I'm like, ow, sharp pain in my knees. Fuck. Then again, they got migraines, you got soreness from working, and I don't know, random pains in my abdominal. Part of it's because parts of my intestines don't want to be where they are. Some of it's other stuff going on with the stuff. Some of it's just my body hates me, I guess. I don't fucking know. Everyone's got stuff going on, though. It's not like I can really complain. It's like everyone's got physical, and like everyone's got some sort of injury that bothers them. At the moment, I sometimes, at least I can be fairly quiet at work. But at least at home, especially on certain days, I can scream in pain at my toilet in peace. It has been painful to pee for a long ass fucking time. Oddly enough, does not hurt when other stuff comes out of that. Just the urine. There are sometimes I'm actually yelling in pain from that too. That surgery's gonna suck. Hopefully I can put that off for a while longer, at least maybe another half a year. Not that they were wanting me to do it May of last year or anything. And I'm just sort of like, yeah, I'll schedule it eventually. Like every time I try to talk to them about stuff of information, like, oh, when are you going to schedule it? I'm like, not yet. Fuck. I really don't want to do it. Because everything about it's going to be horrible. Like I said, if I can, I'm going to stream and record that same day after the surgery. Of the surgery. Basically when I get home. If not, I might have to wait a couple days or something. I might be groggy from all the drugs they're going to pump me full of since I'll be sedated. Well, depending on how I do it, there are apparently a few options, but apparently the one they want me to do, I'd be sedated for 3+ hours as they, well, do things that require me to be unconscious for and heavily drugged. But I'll have to check, see like how long I have to wait after that until, I'm allowed to try to bench. Not that I can ever made any progress at the damn bench press. I feel like really... Then again, I mean, it's just one of a million things that my self-esteem is just shit on. Okay, I'm fat. My gut is too big. My arms are too skinny. I have thighs that are kind of thick, but they're like bricks of muscle for some reason. I also have like bricks of muscle inside my shoulder blades. But my stomach's a fucking fat ass. I mean, it's some abdominal issues, but that's just apparently some hernias and stuff. But hey, as long as that doesn't get too bad, I can still ignore it. Fuck. Like I said, I apparently don't, I wanted to do a concise video. I wanted, this is why people, they're supposed to write out a script. I remember, the very first video I ever did, I was, the webcam video thing on that other laptop. I eventually managed to figure out how to make the webcam on this computer work. Little by little, I think I'm starting to understand a little bit more about how to operate this damn thing. Only took over 2 years. Heck, at some point I'm trying to design a VTuber character in the Vroid Studio thing. I don't know what the fuck I'm doing. I feel hesitant to mess with the settings too much because I feel like it's like in Dark Souls where you mess with the sliders for the face and hair and stuff too much. It's I don't know what I'm doing, and I'm worried I'm going to make something that looks half as fucking bad as me. That's the thing. And I at least wrote a bulleted point list and had a little piece of paper in front of me when I was doing that very first video. Because I know I have a tendency to either space out or go from topic to topic and not stay focused. And I'm okay, if I have it written down, I can at least stay somewhat on a topic and organized. But it's just even then I don't think I did a very good job, but at least helped. I mean, at least I can wear a mask when I do the webcam videos. Because, let's be clear, I actually like my face. I'm okay with my face. I see my face and I just see, hey, that's me. Cool. Whatever. But I don't think anybody else likes my face. I feel like people tend to vomit in their mouth when they see my face. Heck, on that one video call with that one doctor as we're discussing a surgery that is going to be horribly, horribly something I don't want to do, but that I have to do or else I'll die. But I'm still trying to put off as long as possible, because I don't want to do it. But like down in the video call, like I'm trying to talk to this one guy, and just like the main thing that keeps popping in my mind as I'm doing the video calls, I'm just seeing my face in that one little rectangle, and I'm like, I am an ugly, hideous bastard. My face is disgusting to look at, and it's like no wonder I have such trouble when it comes to dating, because I'm horrifyingly ugly. It's like my face is not at all pleasant for anyone to look at, and that makes me feel sad. But on the one hand, like, I don't want to change my face in any way because, it's my face. I am very accustomed to it. I see my face and I'm like, that's me. On the other hand, I'm like, it'd be nice to be called cute, or handsome, or attractive, or sexy, or any of those things. Particularly in a positive way, like. But even then, you just in general, like if I was out walking in public and just sort of randomly grimacing because some random part of me is in pain, and if somebody were to stop me and say, "Hey, I think you should smile more," it would look nice. It's like, you have a nice face. On the one hand, I'd probably be like, they're lying out of their fucking teeth, but I would appreciate it. And I would probably just accept the compliment, say thank you, and probably continue on walking unless they seem to be interested in pursuing any sort of conversation. And I at least feel that I'm pretty good at maintaining conversations with people IRL. Usually I'll use the people around me, and they're like, it's not like I really understand body language or any kind of bullshit like that. It's more so just reading the room. It's just like, okay, what are the people's sensibilities? What would they like to talk about? Do they seem interested or adverse to certain topics? Because in general, I don't know. Maybe I'm a bit of a people pleaser. I tend to want people to like me, but I've also kind of accepted that everyone hates me and wants me to die. So that's, again, a weird little teeter-totter right there. I don't know. But like I said, it's just a thing. Like, I'm really okay with how I look. It's just the fact that, and I don't need everyone in the world to really like me. But it's just sort of that feeling that, it's like everybody hates you. Everybody thinks you're disgusting to look at. It's like, well, I didn't begin this video with any delusions of self-esteem. So at least if I already have a really shitty self-image, I can't hurt my own feelings. Apparently that sentiment is wrong. Still hurt my fucking feelings. Fuck. Fuck. I need a drink. My Mountain Dew is going flat. I might go to a restaurant or something on the weekend. One you actually dine in at. Be nice. But yeah, when I have that surgery, would it be rude of me to try to go to the gym anyway? Because, I would technically be on bed rest for a month. And, my body would be sewn back together. Granted, maybe it's a smaller incision than what I am thinking in my head at the moment. But I'm just sort of overly nervous about it, so. But it's a very sensitive area. It's a very Plus, I mean, in general, I don't like the idea of being cut open. Then again, that's kind of funny. Like, I enjoy violent horror movies, but I tend to be very overly empathetic to people if they are hurt, and I just want to help people. If they seem sad, I want to cheer them up. And it's weird because, like, on the one hand, I'm thinking to myself, like, about stuff that agitates me, and I'm like, I'm going to be such an asshole and mean to people and not give a shit. And then the moment somebody's actually hurting in front of me, I basically want to help them. I'm weird. I don't know, part of me wants to be like Vash the Stampede. Like, I see that as an honorable way to be. Though honestly, if I were to describe my personality more as to what it actually is, I'm Krona. I'm fucking Krona from Soul Eater in terms of personality. But I think I hide it very well in public. I think I do a very good job at pretending that I don't have depression and just trying to be sociable and communicate with people okay. I think I do good at that, and I think I'm able to hide any amount of anxieties or issues on my mind when interacting with people in the real world. But like I said, in real world, I can at least gauge people to how they are and what they're talking about to adjust my conversation to fit the topic. But just doing a video, there's no one to adjust to. So it's just unfiltered me. And there's not like there's another person nearby for me to be like, read some sort of cue to be like, oh, okay, I need to adjust this manner of how I talk or what I'm talking about, or I need to avoid certain subjects. And just like, without a person to talk to in front of me, I just sort of don't even think about any of that. I just sort of let my mind ramble off whatever thoughts are in my head. Which obviously wouldn't be very socially acceptable in the real world. Nor would it be functional. I mean, if you talk to someone in the real world, you have to, like that, you have to actually have everything you want to say instantaneously. People don't like to be able to have to wait around for your mind to get around saying something. And it's just, it's not like the idea of like I'm trying to avoid a subject at that point. It's more like I'll avoid a subject they don't want to talk about. But as far as like me, like what I'm talking about, it's that I'll just not focus on the right thing. And that I prefer to talk like that. Granted, like whatever gear I'm in might change sometimes. Like there are sometimes I might get a bit manic and get like really, really into a conversation. And I'll be like standing and walking back and forth, really fast pacing, and moving my arms frantically as like the timbre of my voice changes erratically as I just talk very enthusiastically about a topic. But that's exhausting. And granted, there are sometimes I get a bit... Like, here's the thing. At least one good thing about me doing these videos is it does help to cut down the natural sort of tendency I have. Now, granted, if I'm spending a lot of time around other people, I'll still sometimes find an excuse to be by myself for a little while. So I can just sort of talk to myself for a bit. Or ruminate over certain things. Probably shouldn't ruminate over bad things as much. But I mean, like, just have certain trains of thought, like whether or not it's like, ooh, what if this scenario happened in an anime? And this happened with Goku or something. It's just... Granted, I feel like a lot of what happens with me talking stuff is me just, dealing with negative things. And me just trying to emotionally cope with stuff. Or at least sort through certain thoughts of bad things, things I wouldn't really feel comfortable talking about with people. On the other hand, I'm pretty sure even if everything was hunky-dory, happy, cheerful, I mean, I would still have little rants about stuff, but it wouldn't be anything sad. It would just be like contemplating, you know, what a spirit bomb would smell like or something. I don't know. Probably basil. Dying deer. Yes, a Team 4-star joke. I at least try to be funny a tiny bit. The only problem is I didn't commit to the joke at all. And I'm like, it's just like, whatever, I don't care. It's like, I gave 1% effort to be funny. I don't know. But yeah, like when I have that surgery, I'll have I'd have to wear a catheter for 14 days straight. Not looking forward to that. I'm gonna be so fucking pissy. But would it be rude of me to go to the gym and try to bench press and just have my catheter to the side of the bench? I feel like that'd probably be a little rude. I want to hop in the shower. I don't know what the fuck this fucking video... Like, here's the thing. If a person wanted to have a coherent video, like I said, they would write down a fucking script. Instead, it's like... You know, hypothetically, that's what I should do. I should just stop this video, delete this video, use this as sort of like it was my, you know, just sort of brainstorming session or whatever bullshit that is. And then just now I could write out a script. Now that I've emotionally vented about something about a bench press or Goku, and maybe that if I cooked a grilled cheese sandwich with a blazing welder torch, it would taste like basil or something. I don't know. I'm a fucking fat ass. Making this video, and I'm just thinking, could I get pizza today? It's like, great. Even I'm not paying attention to the video. I'm just thinking about what I'm going to eat later. To be fair, I don't care about me, so why should I pay attention to my own fucking ramblings? Fuck. Best thing, horror movies. I'll watch violent horror movies like Hellraiser and Saw, but I don't like blood. I don't like needles and knives and stuff. And the funny thing is this. I'll play violent video games. I like to yell at the video games, but here's the thing. If I'm playing a video game with other people, with actual people, IRL, I will either not talk at all, or I'll be just having casual conversations with them as we play the game. There's times I played with people back with the original Halo, and a few of them would get pissed when they'd get killed in the game and stuff, but I would just... Granted, sometimes I would sort of jolt backward if my character suddenly got sniped or something, because it would startle me a little bit, but I wouldn't, like, yell or anything from it. I would just, like, oh! And just, like, move my head back. Oh! It's like... Which, again, weird. But that's me. But... I feel like I need to blow my nose. My sinus has been bothering me a bit, and honestly, like, my throat's at least not as scratchy as it's been, but it's still kind of scratchy. Give me a moment. I'm gonna go. I got some paper towels out there. Hold on. Also, I'm gonna take my pants off. I don't know if you can hear me. Still got my boxers on. Not that it matters. I mean, you know, it's not like I have the video part on. I even have tape over that. I'll leave my door open. back. I have to pee. Hold on. I'm going to close the door for this part. Well, not all the way, because if I close with me in there, it's going to have to wait in front of it. But if I close out here, I'm like, in general, I don't, like if I'm in my room, I'll have the door closed. But if I'm outside my room, I'll never close my door. But I'm making an exception because I don't want you to hear me pee. I'm also going to try to be quiet about the yelling about the pee. I decided I didn't feel like wearing boxers at the moment. Still wearing a shirt, though. Now I'm not. Really want to hop in that shower. I'll finish the video, though. I'm back. Not that it's really much of a video, it's me rambling, but then again, that's my entire channel. It's just me being me. Granted, a lot of it might be just me actually trying to do gameplay video and focus on the gameplay. Instead, right now you have me sitting naked in a folding chair on top of a pillow while I scratch my balls. Yes, I'm still scratching my balls at this moment. You shouldn't be able to hear me scratching my balls. But if you can hear anything in the background, that's the sound of me scratching my balls. Okay, done scratching my balls. Drink some more Mountain Dew now. Again, if I ever had a fucking editor, oh my god. I'd have to be a fucking sadist to have a fucking editor. Yes, I'm scratching. It was still itchy. I needed to hop in the shower. It was a long day, and like I said, they don't have the fans on. It's hot. There's an oven with 80 degrees fucking Celsius that's used for stuff. Now I'm technically scratching my inner thigh, so it's not my balls. Just itchy. I didn't feel like waiting. If you're listening to this, I don't know why you still are. I mean, I appreciate it. Thank you. I mean, I appreciate any listener I have. It's nice to hear from you. I don't know. Yes, I'm scratching my balls. Okay. And now we're just back to spacing out. It's like, relax. I don't fucking know. I'm gonna hop in the shower after this. Sorry, I started to fall asleep. But yeah, I've just been sort of stressed out about a lot of things. And in general, I've been kind of really, I don't know, feeling like I want to snap or something. Not that I ever would want to go off on somebody and yell at them or something, but I don't know. Kind of feel like I want to half the time. I just feel really stressed a lot. And I tend to feel a bit down here and there. And but like I said, I can listen to music, play some games, get a nap, eat some good food. Not that bad. And I do have some people in my life that I know do depend on me and who I want to be a positive influence in their life. Talking about IRL people. I don't know about you guys on the interwebs. Okay, I'm technically scratching the other thigh. I just sort of started scratching myself out. Oh, battery's low. I forgot to plug in my laptop. Yeah, you might want to plug... I'm sorry, laptop. I'm sorry your internal battery is dying. I forgot. I thought I plugged it in. We had 10% available power. Great. Now I'm scratching my balls again. Now I'm scratching behind my knee. Now I'm rubbing my thigh. I don't know. Now I'm like looking at my battery charging thing. Like it's at 10% still. I don't know if it's going to go up or down. Like I said, I mean, it's... I'm surprised I didn't get like any sort of notification before that. I thought I plugged it in. Usually that's the first thing I do when I do... I guess I'm that fucking tired. It's like, everyone be like, Lunar D8, take a fucking nap. I'm like, probably. I probably should. I don't know. Two hours and 2 minutes to full charge. I'm not sure if that's accurate. Well, I at least don't think it's going to die, so... I don't fucking know. Yeah, this was not any sort of coherent video. It was just me rambling. I don't know. I'm still going to post this. I'll probably post in that playlist called Lava Lamps and Tits or something. Yes, I'm terrible at naming things, I guess. I don't know. I like lava lamps. I like tits. Whatever. Like I'm like paranoid about that battery now. Well, it still just says 2 hours 2 minutes. Like I don't know if it's gonna die. I don't know. I want to hop in the shower. Yes, I scratched myself again. The underside of my balls between my inner thigh. Like everyone's like, we didn't ask. I'm like, I'm sorry. I felt like volunteering the information. But that's the weird thing. I'll play violent video games, but I would never want to hurt anybody ever. I just like yelling at a fucking video game. Like I said, if I play a video game with a person, you know, I won't yell. I'll have conversations with them. I'll get into the game, but I'll watch the way I am with it because I don't want to make them uncomfortable. I want them to enjoy playing the video game with me, and I want to enjoy the, spending time with them. But of course, it's also nice to just yell at a video game and just sort of vent any sort of pent up frustration. Well, it says 2 hours and 0 minutes, so it must be gradually gaining a charge. I don't know what the fucking point of the video was. I think in general the main point I'm trying to say is this. I honestly, it's fucking pretentious of me to even think that it would be of help to anyone. I mean, arrogant doesn't even begin to cover it. I'm just some random fucking crazy guy who works in a factory, who came home and who's just lonely and tired. Scratching my scalp, but the microphone hit my left shoulder, so I don't know what that sounded like. But I'll say this. Ideally, I mean, if I'm playing a video game, hopefully you're finding it enjoyable. I mean, I enjoy Let's Plays. That's one of the biggest motivations for me to start recording was I like Let's Plays, like, Markiplier and Proton John and all those guys. It's like, I enjoy watching the Let's Plays. It cheers me up. I enjoy it. Heck, back when I went by the tag Night Moon 11 instead of Lunar D8, I never posted a single video. I didn't have the means to, technologically. So I couldn't post anything, but I wanted to. Then, of course, slightly over 2 years ago, I finally was able to get a computer and stuff to actually do that. And hopped into it, and I don't even know if I did the freaking intro for this video or not. I don't know. I mean, if you want to hear the intro, I mean, you can click on another video, because I probably do it in just about every video now. Though I'm just doing a shorter intro at first, for like the first year or so. It's just, it helps for me to talk. I mean, let's be honest. I tend to talk to myself quite a bit. I mean, heck, there was the day I went to the emergency room, I spent probably close to 40 minutes having an argument with my reflection in the mirror for a while before, and then I recorded a video. And then I went to the emergency room. Mainly because I was nervous about going to the hospital. I was trying to put it off. But fuck. Yesterday, I got off work yesterday, and I have one of those punching bag stands down there. Not that I'm a boxer or any kind of shit, but I think Mike Tyson's cool, and I'll sometimes use that a bit to try to at least hopefully improve. It's better for my health, I guess. But I mean, I think I spent a good 3 hours just having a non-stop scream. I probably, out of those 3 hours, probably only spent 20 minutes actually punching the punching bag. And even then, I was technically yelling and talking while punching it. So you can't really say I was having much of a focus on, actually, and it's not really a bag. It's more so one of those stands. The problem is, in the past, I'd fill that. It's one of those big, huge ass stands. That's like the size, like that. I don't have it. Like type in Century standing waveform bag. There's multiple different sizes of it. I think I wound up getting the biggest size I could. I don't know any of the. Hold up. I'm going to go grab a can of Yoo-Hoo, and I'm going to try to read on that thing to see if there's any indication on the sizes. One moment. I'm just going to put this Mountain Dew in the fridge. Put the cat back on. Everyone's like, you just had an intermission a moment ago to go pee. And I'm like, yes. It's like, I can't focus on a topic, nor can I stay in one room for too long, apparently. I'm sorry. I'll be back. With a cold can of Yoo-Hoo. I'm back. No luck on that. I'll wait till I have the headset back on. You guys can hear me better. Probably hear me right now. I think I've checked this in the past, so I'm pretty sure it works. I don't remember. It's been a while. By the way, if you heard like a small little noise, microphone hit my leg. Okay, have a can of Yoo-Hoo. That's the sound of me shaking the can of Yoo-Hoo. I'll wait to drink it till when the video ends. So, while the video is uploading, I'll probably watch some Let's Play video of someone playing a platformer and being angry and yelling while I just casually sit and watch and listen while drinking Yoo-Hoo. Why am I out of breath? Also, I couldn't find any numbers on the fucking thing. So I don't know how it's. I feel it's pretty big. Because I think I got like the biggest size there was back when I bought the damn thing. And so like the top part's like, you know, a foam sort of thing. Because I of course wouldn't have anywhere to put an actual hanging bag anywhere. Heck, I played Minecraft before Minecraft existed. Back when I was real young, I couldn't have anything like that, so I was in Boy Scouts, so I would take my little camping pad that you put underneath your sleeping bag. I would take that and some bungee cords, go out in the woods, wrap it around a tree, and then I would punch the tree. That's not good for you. I would not recommend. But, you know, that's all I could afford. But that's my fault, I guess, for just not having more money. My bad. But yeah, just don't punch trees. I've tried it. You are not going to Futai no Kiwami the fucking bullshit. Yes, a Rurouni Kenshin joke. You guys know I watch anime. We've all tried to do the fucking Kamehameha. So don't look at me like that. I'm a fucking anime nerd, okay? Been watching anime forever. I've been watching Ash Ketchum since I was younger than Ash Ketchum. Okay. I want to drink some of the Yoo-Hoo. I don't feel like waiting. That's great. Yoo-Hoos are delicious when they're very cold. But if they're warm, they're absolutely disgusting. Yeah, part of my mind went to a thought like, hey, maybe we could have sang here in a moment. I could have, like... Because that's the thing. I remember saying few weeks back or so, I was wanting to try to sing the song Puppet and Auslander. Puppet, it's a bit more of a darker theme than Auslander. Auslander is a little bit of a lighter note. But I was like, part of me's like, I want to do terrible karaoke. Well, I want the karaoke to be good. But I'm at least setting a realistic expectation because I know what my singing capacity and skill level is. What's my battery say? 1 hour and 48 minutes till full charge. Drink some more. But part of me's like, well, I have yet to even practice. Anyway, I said my voice is still a tiny bit scratchy. But I could at least look through the lyrics and get more acquainted with how to pronounce the fucking German words. But no, I just have not got around to it. I just have not felt like it. Life and stuff, I guess. Drink some more Yoo-Hoo. But I was like, well, I could probably at least have tried Mein Herr's Brent again. Because I at least feel comfortable with that song. And I like it. I like singing it. But you're like, oh no, you're drinking the Yoo-Hoo. The milk-based drink will now coat your throat and make you not able to sing as well. As well. like it would sound good at all to begin with. But I think Barbie just like, hey, you know, I'll just turn on my TV and PS4 and sing it and turn down the volume and just have a lyric video up and I'm like, yeah, whatever. I don't know. This is not how you have an actual conversation with anyone. Then again, it's just me rambling at a wall, looking at my computer, drinking a yoo-hoo. Nice riveting sound of me yawning. That'd be a fucking video of just listening to me fucking sleeping. I don't know. I mean, I got things that do agitate me. And a lot of times maybe just... let's be clear. It's been quite a few years since I've had a relationship. And I really haven't had the best of luck with relationships, and I've had them not really go very well. I've had my share of bad experiences with that. I really don't have good expectations of what to expect from other people. Then again, I really don't have expectations of really dating anymore, just because I said I really do not have much of a self-esteem at the moment. Then again, if I did get a relationship, what am I going to do? Explain to them, yeah, there's going to be a period of time where we're just going to break up, I guess. It's like, and it'd be like, yeah, it's not you, it's me. But literally, it's like, yeah, I'm going to have a surgery. I can't really be, anything to a person if I'm basically bedridden and drugged up and in pain. Or, die. So, can't really... I don't know how the fuck that shit even would work. If I was even talking to somebody at that time. It's like... I really don't know how that kind of human interaction is supposed to go in that circumstance. I don't think it's a thing... I don't... one, what does God think of me? What does the church think of me? What does society think of me? Will people try to hurt me for it? I mean, I already feel like everyone pretty much hates me already, but now they can hate me more, I guess. I just have a concern that people are going to want to hurt me. Because, I mean, like I said, this is stuff like 20 plus years ago. And like I said, the funny thing about it is at that time, I didn't think about that sort of stuff. I mean, it's not like I had an issue with people being gay. I just didn't really like it. It was like just not something I was like, whatever, don't care. It's not something I want. It'd be like someone debating like, what kind of color of hair somebody. But it was just not a concern. It was just, I was more so just completely focused on the pretty faces and boobies. As any horny adolescent is. Because boobs are awesome. But it's just, I don't know. I said it like a couple times already, but it's kind of ironic looking back. It's just, it's a time where, I basically regarded myself as 100% straight. I didn't see anything wrong with people being gay. I just didn't see an interest in, the same sex. I didn't, whether you're talking, femboy or bishonen or, futa. Just wasn't a thought that really crossed my mind. I would say I think the very first introduction to this stuff was probably Bible Black, which is a hentai, which I think I remember having very much interest in what I was seeing. So I don't know if that's an issue of it's that I wasn't, and it was just like the idea that, let me get a back scratcher. My back is scratchy. Sorry, my back is itchy. Couldn't let me stretch that more. I know we were talking. My back's itchy. Ow, I'm scratching myself a little hard. You think I could work basic fucking hand-eye coordination better than this? Ow, I can't scratch my scalp through that set. But it's just like, it's like saying you don't like Pepsi, but you never tried Pepsi. I guess that's the thing with futa. Like, it was just not a thing I really ever had really come to mind as a possibility that could ever. And then once you see it, you're like, I like that. And of course, you give it some more thought. And you just sort of goes back and forth head far. It's like, how do I feel about it? What are my thoughts? How do I feel? That's been a gradual process. I think the biggest problem with it is just how other people would treat me, or if other people would even accept me. Yeah, imagine if I was just walking around a mall or something, this is my boyfriend, or this is my girlfriend, who, happens to be, packing something that I'm going to be bouncing up and down on later. I don't know if that would be, how that would even come across to my hypothetical girlfriend in that situation. The fact that, okay, I'm talking about bouncing up and down on your dick, and you can see me blushing, and I have an erection. I don't know. Because Because that's the thing. It's like, on the one hand, I can feel my face flushing from, feeling embarrassed about it. Like I'm a fucking anime character. Like I'm fucking Master Roshi. And Android 18's clothes just fell off in front of him. Because you guys can imagine that scene. How Master Roshi's face turns completely red. But yeah. Like I can feel my face being very flushed and embarrassed. Also, erection. So, I'm not sure if that would be... Like if in that situation I would have a girlfriend who would then see me having the bashful, embarrassed reaction and the boner. Would that be cute? Would it? Is that the reaction you want your partner to have? I really don't... I don't know in regard to... Because, in general, I don't think I count as a normal person. I don't really understand how other people really think or feel about certain things. Right now, I'm realizing I want to take a shower because I'm cold and I didn't turn up the heat, and I like standing in the hot water and pretending I'm Vegeta. But it's just... ideally, I think I would like a futanari girlfriend. And, she would top 4 out of 7 times, and the other 2 times I'd be the one topping. But it's just that's extremely embarrassing to say out loud. To the point that just me saying out loud, my face, I can feel it just being very flushed and red. That I feel very embarrassed and just... I feel very... I don't even know what's the word, bashful about it? Embarrassed, shy, turned on, all of the above. And like I said, I really haven't been in any kind of relationship in a long time, so in general, regardless of whoever I'd wind up being with, I would probably be extremely nervous just because I haven't really had any kind of intimacy in, years. I don't really even remember what hugs or kisses feel like at this point. Also, I have to pee again. And obviously I can't choose to ignore that for too long, or else, medical complications. So, I'll have to try to end the video soon. But, yeah, I just don't know how I'm supposed to feel about it. It's just, I do have negative experiences and negative connotations about it. One, between... I've had actual church people tell me that they feel gay and trans people shouldn't be allowed to have jobs or the right to vote or medical treatment. Even mentioning that they think that, they should be able to bring back public lynching and hangings for that sort of stuff. And I'm like, it fucking terrifies me that these people who claim to be good people, who claim to want to do the right thing, to go to church, who sit and read the Bible, would say such horrible things. And I'm like, are they going to hurt me? I can still remember all the times, I got the shit kicked out of me over and over and over again. And for the most part, like I said, I'm kind of like Vash the Stampede in a way. I see that as a more honorable path. I would never want to actually hurt anyone. Granted, there are times where I have had to resort to violence. I thank God never killed anyone or seriously hurt anyone. But, there were situations where, either I had to do something to protect myself or to protect somebody else. I didn't have a choice in the situation. Hell, I remember in 3rd grade, there were some people who tried to gouge my eyeballs out. couldn't let that happen. And I can't remember exactly what grade it was. It was 5th, 6th, or 7th. It was at school, and you know those big little things you use to cut the construction paper? That's like a fucking machete-looking thing that you push down to cut construction paper that has that metal grit on top of it. It's called a construction paper guillotine. If you want, you can take a moment, look it up on fucking Google image search. I'm sure there's probably one of those that still exists and that there's a picture of. They wanted to try to cut my arms off with it. They wanted to be able to stick my arms through it and slide it down and cut my arms off. Obviously, I still have arms. So obviously I fought back on that. But, and like I said, that incident, like that Quickie Mart thing, it's like a half hour to hour just of me getting my ass kicked. I probably got punched like several thousand times. I had a fucking bruise sticking out of one of my temples. I can't remember what side of my face that was sticking out 3 inches because I got hit that fucking hard. I can't remember what the fuck that was. Might have been a fucking metal bat. But I had a fucking purple bruise larger than my fucking fist sticking out of the side of my fucking head. I didn't even have that much of a fucking bruising when I got hit by a fucking truck. That was great. I had fucking like dozen or so staples across the left side of my head. All my ribs are bruised. I had black and purple bruises all down my legs. Couldn't move my left arm hardly for a couple months after that. Had a full-size... I was in my very first car. Had a full-size pickup truck slam into the driver's side, 75 miles an hour. Right into it, T-boned me. And then my car spun around a bit, went through a fence. It fucking hurt. That fucking hurt. Still think it was funny looking at that. And here's the thing, I was at the hospital getting my head fucking stapled. Police wrote me a fucking ticket, even though the person who hit me said I came to a complete stop. Even the person who witnessed it. Because the person who witnessed it, he lives at a place where there's a fence. And apparently it happens several times a year because of how dangerous that intersection is. To the point that he has the fence insured, and 2 to 3 times a year that fence is destroyed like that, the way my car went through it. And to the point that the guy's able to go to Las Vegas several times a year with just the extra money from the insurance. Like the insurance pays for repairing the fence and gives him money to go to just travel out to Las Vegas and gamble. Several times a year because the car accidents are so common in that spot. Fuck. I remember looking at that fucking... Oh yeah, the police officer wrote me a fucking ticket for $200 back then, and that was like, what, a fucking decade or something ago? I can't remember what year. But here's the thing, it was a white police officer, and I hallucinated him as a black man and wearing an Hawaiian shirt. If I can't even tell what race you are, and I think you're wearing vacation outfits from a tropical island, maybe you shouldn't be making me sign for a fucking ticket. So I think it's funny looking at that damn airbag. And I was just thinking to myself, what fucking dumbass designed this stupid airbag? It's like, ooh, some red and white design. And here, keep in mind, there was more red coloring on this airbag than there was white. And it took a moment for it to, sort of click with me. Granted, you have to forgive me. 1, I'm stupid. And 2, I just suffered serious head trauma. It was my blood. It was a white airbag. Who would decorate an airbag? You don't decorate airbags. It was just a white bag. It was just completely covered in my blood. It's just... I've had lots of experiences of people just treating me like shit. and people hurting me and people calling me horrible things. Like I said, it's over, like, the things I'm thinking about with that, like, that's over 20, actually all this stuff's well over 20 years ago. Still bothers me. I still think about it. I mean, a lot of stuff, I was basically for about a decade straight just basically getting shoved around and spit on and punched and called horrible things. Hundreds, if not thousands of times a day, every single day for a better part of a decade. It's kind of like when I'm saying, fuck the public school system. I don't think there even should be a school system anymore. Because I don't want anyone else to be treated the way I fucking was. That fucking hurt. And granted, I don't have any physical damage from back then that I'm aware of. But emotionally, I think it's just part of my personality now. I mean, you'd think I shouldn't take it personally. That people would beat the fucking shit out of me and punch me and kick me and shove me and knock me down and tell me I'm a fucking faggot. It's just, that hurts. It hurts my feelings. It's over 20 years ago. It still hurts my feelings. It still bothers me. It still bothers me. I didn't like being called that. It's not a nice thing to call somebody. I mean, like I said, it is kind of ironic. That time, I considered myself 100% straight. But I was still having people beat the fucking shit out of me and punch me and kick me and spit on me and call me that. So it still bothers me. I'm still angry about it. It still hurts my feelings. I'm still emotionally bothered by it. It's over 20 fucking years ago. It's over 20 You think I would just, like, I'm apparently just a fucking little bitch because I'm letting stuff that happened over 20 years ago. Granted, it happened hundreds of fucking times. But it still bothers me. It still bothers me. It still hurts my feelings. Hell, there's a thing called intramurals. It's basically a little indoors sort of recess sort of thing. You know that thing where, like, when you were younger kids, you'd have the recess thing where you'd go out on the playground and stuff like that. Well, in the grades of, I think, 5th, 6th, 7, 8, was it just... No, I think it's 6, 7, and 8. I think. I'm not sure. Anyway, there are 3 grades. It was either 5th, 6th, and 7th, or 6th, 7th, and 8th. I can't remember. I think the ages for people back then it's basically between the ages of either 10 and 13 or 11 and 14. I can't remember. Either way, you have 3 grades of people. People would eat lunch in the cafeteria, and then it'd be a big gymnasium. And you'd have the place where people would be sitting if they're not participating in intramurals. Which is like basically a bunch of sports stuff where people were playing things in the middle of the gym. Usually it would be like basketball or something. But, most people wouldn't be. They'd just be enjoying the rest of the time after lunch or socializing and stuff like that. A lot of time I was just sort of sitting by myself, maybe reading something. What can I say? Everybody fucking hated me and wanted me to die. Which, we're about to get to in the story as a solid example. Anyway, so the bleachers are these large stone cement steps that everyone's just sitting on. Anyway, it gets close enough time to go back to classes. And I wind up, getting up. I'm already down to where the, gym floor is. And, I'm walking. And somebody comes up and drop kicks me in the back of my knees. which in of itself hurt. And then, of course, I then land on my knees on the ground, which, of course, at least back then, I was younger, so probably didn't hurt as much as it would nowadays. Nowadays, the idea of just like bending over and putting my knees on the ground at all just makes me cringe. In pain, not from awkwardness. Because I know like this is a cringy fucking channel because I'm just weird. The person came up behind me, drop kicked, and of course I have a backpack because I have books and stuff. So I have all this extra weight already on my back to begin with. Person comes up, gets a running start, drop kicks me in the back of my fucking knees, knocks me to the ground. And as I'm there, on my fucking knees, I can hear everybody laughing. 3 grades worth of people. Several hundred people. I can hear them all laughing. I didn't do anything to anybody. I was just walking. Someone comes up, drop kicks me in the back of my fucking knees. And then I just have hundreds of people just laughing at me. I stand up. And I just ignore it. I go to try to just keep walking to go back to class. And then I get drop kicked in the back of my knees again. And again, I can hear everybody laughing. Hundreds of people laughing. I then stand back up, look at the person who's been drop kicking me. And the person's trying to goad me into attacking them. They're basically just, doing that little move your arm thing to try to come at me. Trying to goad me into attacking them. With the intention of beating the shit out of me in front of it so everyone can keep laughing at that. So I can be their fucking entertainment. And I just don't want any part of it. Turn. Walk away. Tries to drop kick me again. I just step out of the way. He lands on the ground. I can see him out of the corner of my eye getting up. And he's wanting to come after me, but at that point there's actually an adult coming by and the other person doesn't want to get in trouble. And I just go back to class. Another incident that occurred was also in the gymnasium. Same gymnasium, in fact. Though it wasn't intramurals time. It was actual fucking gym class. I think there were 60 people in that class. But I don't remember an accurate number. Might have only been 30. Or any number in between. By the way, it was a decent number of people. Part of me wants to say 60, but honestly I can't remember. It's not like I was counting or keeping track. So somewhere between 30 and 60 or something. I don't know. So it was gym class. And I can't remember if it was before or after the whole drop-kicking incident. I think before, but I can't remember. Somebody came up behind me. Started strangling me. And as they were strangling me, I was able to look around me as I was trying to get the person off my fucking back. I could see everyone smiling. I'm being strangled. For no reason. And everyone's just smiling at it. Obviously, I get the person off me so that they're not strangling me anymore, because, had I been strangled to the point of being unconscious, I don't know, do you die at that point? Obviously, if that's the case, then I wouldn't be talking, but it's not like I got to the point of being blacked. I got the person off my back. I mean, obviously part of me was upset that somebody was strangling me. That made me feel a little sad. But honestly, I felt a little more sad that somebody wanted to do it in the first place, or the fact that nobody helped me. And in fact, not only did they not help me, they were happy to see me getting strangled. I felt a bit sad about that. Obviously, at that point, we got an adult to come in the fucking room. But I left the school for a little while, probably about an hour or so. I can't really remember. I went outside for a bit. I just sort of found some place to be alone. I just sort of sat and cried for a while. I eventually returned to the school, to finish out the day. Of course, the teachers were upset at me for leaving the school. I shouldn't. I shouldn't still be bothered by that. It was over 20 years ago. Heck, it's probably... It's probably like maybe 24, 25, maybe even 26 years. We'll just go 25. That was like 25 years ago, probably. Right? I don't remember exactly what year. But that was 25 years ago. I shouldn't care anymore about that.